Hello again. So we're back together. I give my camera a little time off today and it wants to go fuzzy. So how is everybody doing this Sunday? And let's see, I need to check my other microphone. There we go. I had to turn on my right microphone. So I think our microphone is good. So how is everybody today? Wasn't sure if you were hearing me off the camera. It might have been a little fuzzy, but this is I tried to fit in all the tutorials from Friday and then yesterday, and I couldn't do it. So we're going to do this one. That's a request. It was a remake, and I've got a really rough one. Hi, Kim. I've got a really rough one. So I did quickly do. I remade it from what I could remember. Many years ago, I was doing tutorials for a Facebook one of the paper companies, and when they kind of up and left, well, my videos were on their Facebook, and they didn't give me a chance to get them off. So when I get a request, I just remake it. Now it's permanently on my site. No more losing it. So Connie had asked if I would remake this gift box card, and it was a long time ago. So I figured out basically what I did. This is the rough draft, and I'm going to use our 100-pound artisan cardstock. And so for those of you just coming on, like I said, I've even just stapled it together to make sure it was the right. Oh, I'm sorry, Terry, to make sure it was the right size. But we're going to go ahead and make this. Get our cutter, get our cardstock, and we're going to start. This is our 8.5 by 11, and it is the artisan 100-pound. You know, I know I've got 12 by 12 online. Oh, I don't need that out. Not 100% sure. But we're going to cut this at 5.5. If you are getting the art, Seasons of Creativity box, you had some of this in there, and I'm not sure if you had any left over or not. But you can use regular pound. Okay, you don't have to use the 100-pound. 100 pounds nice. So we're going to do our cutting first. First, we're going to cut an 8.5 by 5.5. Since this is 8.5 by 11, I just cut it in half. So actually, you've got two bases. But I'm going to next cut this one to 3 1/8 by 3 1/8, and that's going to be the lid. It's little, I know. It comes out to be this cute little guy. Then we need one more piece, and that's going to be for the box. And that's going to be 6 by 6. The box, it's not a bad size. It won't hold a gift card. It will hold, like you can do money. You could do, if you're going to do a little bracelet, let me hold it so you can see it. A bracelet or something like that for a birthday, or it would hold tea bags if they're not those square ones in wrappers. I forgot my clothespins. So it's just a cute little, great little friendship card box. So I am going to use the Just Because from Bella Boulevard. One thing, it's heavy, but on a project like this, these border strip things are nice. They go nice with this because there's a spot at the bottom we'll want to fill in. Or maybe you don't want to cover, because it is, it's a funny shape. But I'm going to show you how I did mine. It's really not that difficult to cut. So let's go ahead and we're going to score our base first. Yes, and you know what? Let me say that Kim will give you her address if you're going to put jewelry in there because she loves jewelry, lots of jewelry. So make sure you make a couple of card boxes so that you can fit it all in. I got your back, Kim. How did that work? Okay, we're going to score this at 4 1/4. I'm going to set that aside for just a moment. And our 3 1/8 by 3 1/8, we want to score on all 4 sides. We're slipping for some reason. At 1/2 of an inch. But you're going to have to reach out to give her address. I ain't giving that over the internet. But she'll give it to you for jewelry. Okay, I think, there we go. I had it on upside down. Much better. Now the 6 by 6, we're going to score at 2 inches. This is, like I said, this is 100 pound. You can use your regular weight. That's why I have to kind of go back and forth for a minute. So let's start with the card base. We're going to fold that in half. And a couple ways to cut this. I think the easiest way is to use your cutter. You can cut it by hand if you're not comfortable with your cutter. What you're going to do then is you need to make a mark. We want a 2-inch square. That's 2.5 inches from this left-hand side. From the right-hand side, just come in 1 inch. So I'll come in to 4.5 inches. Now, if you've got a scoreboard or your board has these wonderful markings, then I'll put my ruler here at 2 inches. We want this hole to be 2 inches deep. So I'm just going to do a line at the bottom. They're not really connecting because I use my, now if you don't want to use your scoreboard, and I mean not your scoreboard, your cutter, then you can go ahead and just draw this whole square. And cut it out by hand. I like to use my cutter, and I don't even mark it when I use my cutter. 2.5 inches from this edge to in there, so I know I just put my card at 2.5 inches. Now I'm going to go, instead of going and stopping before the 2.5, I'm going over just a hair of 2.5. Just a hair. My cutter has a 2-inch mark here. Whoops. This paper is heavy. Because it's 100 pounds folded in half. I'm going through 2. I'm going to bring my blade down to 2 inches. Go slow till you're comfortable. There we go. Then on the right hand side here, I only need 1 inch. So I'm putting my paper at 1 inch. And I'll take it down to the 2. Then it looks like this. Now you can hand cut or you can just put it in your cutter. We know we need it to be 2 inches deep. 2 inches. And I'm just going to go a hair over. Bring my blade and just smush it down. And then slowly go back. Oh, there it goes. You can feel when it connects to the other cut because it'll just wiggle out real easy. Well, Connie, I just barely did it, so I can give you these measurements again. I wasn't sure when I would be able to hop on, and so I didn't want to put a time up there. Oops. So what I did is you just need 3 pieces of cardstock because your base, it's 5.5 by 8.5. The box is 6 by 6, and the lid is 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. Rid of those pencil marks. Now, because I made a little sample here, I want to show you. It's going to be snug, and you want it to be snug. Let me take that off. You really do want it to be snug so it will stay. If it's not snug, it's not going to sit there for you. It's going to pop everywhere. Now, if it's too snug, like mine is, it's going to push your box in. So you can fix that on either side. If you want to just take a little more off, I would just hand cut that. Just a tiny bit. And also I am using 100-pound cardstock, so we've got some double walls of thickness, but that's a perfect fit. Okay, if it's not snug, like I said, it's just going to fall off. Now the box, we've already scored it 2 inches all the way around. We just need to burnish those edges, and then we're going to cut it. And I want to show you how I cut it. I don't cut it like I would just a normal box. You want to cut it so you have that extra cardstock on every side to make it stronger. Okay, so I'm going to just start here with this right hand box. One thing to remember, the middle sections that create this T, you're not going to cut those at all, so just leave those alone. So we're going to cut here. We're going to go around it. This will put the extra connector pieces. We'll have one on each side of the box. So now turn. Kind of like a pinwheel. Turn and cut. Now let's go ahead and miter these edges. We want to do the inside edge. Yeah, don't cut anything on these other squares. Then I'm going to take off about a quarter, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch maybe. Turn it over and miter the outside edge. So we're going to do that to all the flat pieces or connector pieces. Sometimes it is easier to go like this, fold it over, and then you can make sure it's perfectly even with the cardstock, or however you like to do that. Now you can cut this way, and this way, but then all your weight's going to be, it'll be like on the outside edges, and you'll have nothing in the center, and it kind of collapses. Okay, we have them all done. And we're going to mat the outside. I only mat the outside of this one. If it's an extra special ring box, Cindy, Connie, it kind of sounds that way, then you can definitely do the inside, but so we're going to connect one here, one here, one there. So we have every side is padded. And if you don't like that here, then you can, and if you're not going to do the inside, put these pieces to the outside because we're going to cover them, but you would have to do that later after you glue it together. Okay, and then your inside will be nice and finished. But if you're going to mat the inside, it really doesn't take much longer either. But for the video, I'm not. Okay, so we're going to turn it over. And oh, unfortunately, I chose these little rainbows and they are directional. I need to fix this. My score lines. There we go. It's like your score line is showing. Okay, so if you are using a directional paper, think twice. Use one that's not. Otherwise, you'll have to make sure you put them up the right way. But we're going to go ahead and mat that first. And I do mat the bottom, but we're going to put a ribbon. Because if you have a ribbon that ties the box shut, it keeps it on much nicer. And my squares, my pattern paper, they are 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. If you're just doing the outside, you want 5. If you're doing the inside, you want 10. Because if you're going to do the bottom. And this Carta Bella, no, it's not Carta Bella, sorry. It's Bella Boulevard. Just because I made some other cards with it. I did a tutorial where we did the book, that book card, but it's a fun one to keep around just for everyday cards. And I don't know if Kim is still on, but happy birthday. And Kim, I hope you did get jewelry for your birthday. My granddaughter's birthday's tomorrow, so you guys have pretty close birthdays. Oh, awesome. So hubby gets to hang around another year. Is that what you're saying? Now, if you don't want to put ribbon on, you don't have to. You can just place this down. I do have just this little, it's really long and I'm not going to need it all. I just cut a piece off. And it's still pretty long. It's about 18 inches. I'm sure I won't need it. And it doesn't matter which direction it goes. Oh, Sheila, well, that's my granddaughter's, and she'll be, oh my gosh, is she going to be 14, Bailey? I think so. And I'll just use the plaid for the bottom. Because you really won't see the bottom. Okay. Now we can put our box together. And I like to, it's been a while. I haven't made a lot of boxes. I need to get back to it. I do like to reburnish our score lines after we mat those because we've pushed our layers flat. Oh, well, he's about half the, Bailey's half the age of your grandson. Okay, this is where the clothespins are going to come handy. Let's go ahead and add our adhesive. Okay. Then we'll just kind of keep moving around the circle. Hello again, Tomalee. We have to quit meeting this way. We've met this way since Friday night, all weekend. I've done more tutorials since Friday night. I wouldn't have had I not messed up so bad. Okay, this one's a little tricky, so let's go ahead and kind of we'll get our adhesive here first. And then he's going to push in. So I'm going to go ahead with this one. And then we'll just slide those together. Whoops. Well, I'm sure glad. I take those off. As I whisper, I didn't mean to whisper. Sorry. I took those off. Okay. So we can just let that sit over here and dry. Then we'll have our little string that comes up. Hi, Debbie. And we'll let him dry. Let's go ahead and do the lid. It's 3 1/8 by 3 1/8, and you want to score 1/2 inch on all 4 sides. It's just a little guy. And again, I'm just going to mat the top and the bottom. So I cut 2 pieces that are 2 by 2 for that square. Now for this, no special cutting. I'm just going to cut straight up that little 1/2 inch, do each corner. I just like to take a little bit off so it doesn't, just so it hides well in the box. Now if you do want to mat these, you'll just cut 1 inch or 2 inches by 3/8 of an inch, and I'm not going to mat mine. Then we're just going to come down here to the opposite side, straight up your score line to the score mark. I've been working on such big projects. This little one is little. Another thing I want to just clean up my score lines. Okay. Again, these are 2 by 2. And I'll put one on the inside. If you are going to mat the little side pieces, Again, they're 2 inches by 3/8 of an inch, and you'll want to mat the outside now. It just makes it easier before you put it together. And then you can mat the 2 pieces that have your attacher thingies, but you can't mat this one till after you put it together, or you won't be able to hide those. And let's just go through and reburnish. Oh, those are little. Okay, that can dry. That's pretty much done. It's done baking. But see, now you got a nice sturdy box. And now for the card. These are actually really simple. I already did cut. I cut my pieces that I'm going to mat this with. And if you don't want to mat the whole thing, you don't have to. You certainly could just create a little spot there and happy birthday here. I like to mat the whole thing. And it's not hard, I promise. So my matting is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Now you need one of these. This is the temporary because this is such a help. So we'll put our matting down. And again, you can put this in your cutter or you can just use a knife. One thing about using a knife, you're going to have to go back. And we'll just have to cut a little more off. But what we want to do got something under there, is just cut out the square. We'll do it. I like to mat front and back. Always stab a hole in there. Now I'm going to clean it up. And I'm going to take about a 1/16 more of an inch off of each side. It doesn't want to give up its home. There we go. Let's see. and we may have to do it again. Let's check the fit. Kim, what on earth did I make yesterday? Oh, wait a minute. Was it the Seasons of Creativity or this is a remake? The paper though kind of looks like this what we used in Seasons of Creativity, doesn't it? No, this is just because for a card. So I need to clean up my bottom a little bit. And you really don't have to be that picky. I'm just being picky. Actually, I'm going to use this. So I want it to look nice. And it's still a little bit crooked. So let's use our proper tools and get it straight. Kim, this was one I made many years ago. Many. And the video's gone. So I was asked to remake it. And I'm good with that fit. And I'll glue it down now. And I'm going to do it for the back. Oops. Okay. And I'm doing the same paper, 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. No, you could, you know what, this would be a really cute wedding card though. This was one I promised that I would do as a remake, and then I messed Friday's tutorial up, so I had to redo that Saturday instead of this. So we're going to do the exact same thing. And I don't do the inside. You certainly can do the inside. Now, if you have a die that's 2.5 by 2, which there are some dies out there if you happen to have one. I don't know who makes one, but that would be pretty handy for cutting that out too. Oh, I wanted to show you. So that looks good also. You really don't have to create the border look if you don't want to. I want to, so we're going to do it. But yes, you don't have to do this. You can leave it just like that if you like. And the dogs are like, Mom, you started a video and it's time for us to eat. So they have to wait. Debbie, lots of practice. Well, you know what? And I used to sew. I still do sew. What am I talking about? I started sewing again to make our craft keepers. And so I am sewing again, making our craft keepers that I'm selling. But the rotary blade is what taught me that I use to cut fabric, because that rotary blade is not easy. You see people taking it, it looks like the pizza wheel and cutting fabric. No, but I learned it was so much quicker. Either I learned to cut straight or I'm going to have to cut by hand. So I learned. I learned. And it looks like I need to take just a little bit more off this 1 inch. Yeah, the Christmas fabric ones are coming soon. I don't. Do I? Kim, is one showing somewhere? If I do, it's not me. I posted this in Facebook, but it shouldn't run. You know what? Speaking of the Cricut, I bet you I don't bother Tanya on Sundays because she works so hard during the week. I bet you we could get her to make this for me, a file on the Cricut. I will give her the measurements and I'll see what she'll do for us next week. And then guess what? We wouldn't even have to cut this. So thank you, Debbie. I will get her the measurements and I will have her do that. Oops. I know Jennifer on our design team, but she's so busy. I mean, she works and I hate to bother her too, especially on the weekends. So watch for that next week. Yes. I have to show you because I'm making, right now I've got the fall ones up. The Christmas ones are coming. You get this with it. So I showed it with my Doodlebug. You can put all well, hello, Tanya. You're not supposed to be here. You can this is actually Tanya's. I still haven't sent it to her. You can put your Doodlebug, all your ephemera in here, and I've made them bigger. So they are bigger. And see, like this one, everything sticks out, but these are bigger. Nothing sticks out. You're going to love them. I'm sorry, Tanya. You're not supposed to be on today. You're supposed to be, this is your day off. But Tanya, the card is 8.5 by 5.5. Okay. And we just need 1 inch on this side, 2.5 on this side, and this is a 2-inch circle or 2-inch square. Get on it, girl. No, I'm kidding. So here's our cute little card. Now let's go ahead and decorate it before we put our box on. And see, now you'll see what I mean, how cute these border strips are that come in the paper collection, especially the Doodlebug, especially Bella Boulevard. Let's see. I think I do want the flowers. And we're going to cut it the same matting size, so 5 3/8. Don't want to cut that flower off too much, so I'm going to take a little bit off of this side. And Tanya, there we go. This would be so cute if we did this card and had the cutting guide and only had to make the box, because, and then the matting. Oh, how cute, you guys. Look how cute. Let's get the sticker sheet out. Where'd I put my Bella Boulevard stuff? Oh, it's right here. I just showed it to you. See how it's, yeah, everything's sticking out. Oh my gosh. This is such a darling collection. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Remember I made that one with the hedgehogs? Oh, look at this. Such a fun friendship card, right? And these, well, I was just going to go for a sticker sheet, but now I think I'm going to go for the Bella Pop since, oh, I have them. I got a couple of those. Just because collection is going to give you lots of fun. Like I said, I made another card with this online. Lots of fun cards. So this is one. You'll just, oh, those are too big. Okay. You're going to keep around all year. I will have it in the store all year because you definitely can use this for so many things. So we got a sunshine. We have a birdhouse. And I'm going with the birdhouse, guys. Oh, did he get gone? Well, see, you need something to do, Tanya. You need to make us a card base, and then we can cut the matting, and we won't even have to hand cut it, but it didn't take that long. And then you can just write on the inside. Oh, this is going to be so cute. Doodlebug and Bella Boulevard. That is the one thing um, about their collections. You get so much to work with. Now, I always use glue. These will pop off. Part of it's because they're heavy. Okay, tell me that this is not adorable. It's not. It's their embellishments. Now, let's see. Definitely could put. I wish there was a birthday. Their sticker sheets. They have some really nice borders that can be used, but they don't quite have what we're used to. I'm trying to be nice. I mean, they're nice. I do like them. They'll come in, and you know what? You get a lot of paper in your collection kit. A lot. Just seeing what else we want to use. I was hoping for, oh wait, a word birthday. Well, we could put special day. It's a good day. I was hoping for birthday. And then their chipboards they leave on the 12 by 12. And they are bigger. Super cute. But that's okay. Let's go with the butterfly. Oh, wait a minute. See, that's what happens when I don't do it beforehand and I have to hem and haw here. Sorry. I had this one open. I used this on that other card tutorial, so let's just go with a flower up here. Oh, that's super cute. Then our little lid should be done. Oh, you know what? I think I'll use that. We're going to use that flower. Now, if you like to buy Amazon, I like to do the Amazon because that's what the grandkids all like, and you just print them off. Then you can fold it up and put it in here. And you can put some candies, or you can put that jewelry that you're going to send to Kim for a belated birthday, right? Okay. I really don't want to cut these guys too short. Kind of hard to put back together. Okay, this has just made it so easy, and actually, it's a pretty quick little card. Now, when you here, let's put the ribbon so it's this way. When you put this down, let me show you. It's going to be snug, and again, you want these sides to come up on your box lid. Okay, there we go. See how they fit there? It's what holds it in. And then you can kind of slide it open. So this is going to be one that will be hard to mail. And I wish my camera would come down straighter on an angle. And you could put some sentiments there. If I had happy birthday, I would put one there. I'm just really surprised there isn't. But let's do sending good vibes. Because that's good too. But we have to have a sentiment. There we go. Yeah, you've got to have the wording. Okay. Well, Connie, that is the remake of our cute little box card, and really did come together quick in less than 45 minutes. So it's not a terribly difficult, but it's going to look like it. It definitely doesn't look like that store-bought card, does it? Yes, the original one, I believe, Connie, didn't we do it Christmas time? It's been so many years. So I'm glad that you um, asked me to redo this because, yes, great for Christmas. Make a bunch, put them at your front door, and have them ready for the neighbors. You can put some cute things in here. Also, you can make them, but don't put your boxes together, and you can store them flat until Christmas time. So you definitely can make a lot of these, and I've done that in the past with you guys, showing how. Let me take. So I just use staples when I'm doing a prototype or when I'm trying to figure out what my correct sizes are. But you can make your box. Whoops. And then you can mat it on the outside like we did and store them flat. See, like that? And the lid. And then you'll just put them in a box. So you store everything flat until you're ready, and they won't take up too much room that way. And then you'll be ready for Christmas. So, hey, yeah, this is a get ready for Christmas also. Again, you got to get it on there. It's tight. You don't want it to be loose, or you're going to lose your box. Okay, guys, that is it. I think I'm now caught up on tutorials. We're back on schedule. And for those of you that are doing the wedding album, we did the tutorials there. We'll be picking it up on Tuesday, and we'll start making all the cute little inside things. Thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your Sunday. Oh, tomorrow's Monday, but I like Mondays because my kitchen will be done next week. So sending good vibes for that for sure. And Tanya, I'll get you those measurements. I know she'll do it for us. We're all going to have to send her a box full of goodies. Bye bye, everybody.